Hey y'all, welcome to My Way Mysteries, the channel that brings you interdimensional content, which means that the readings are from a broad and expanded point of view as they are channeled through vast dimensions of space and time, and therefore should resonate with you guys whenever you come across them. So I know we always talk about the embodiment of Inzunza, but today I'm going to get into more detail as to what are you embodying. So this idea that you have of the best version of yourself that you could be. And this can either be a person who's super confident, a person who's self aware, a person that is compassionate and loving to others as much as they are to themselves, a person that is fair, a person that is financially stable, or a person that is able to adjust to the changes of life. So no matter where life throws them, they have the ability to be stable. A person that is able to take care of themselves, not just physically, but also like your mental health, your emotional state, your sexual energy. A person that doesn't give too much of themselves, but also is in a healthy space where they don't have to be selfish with themselves, like on purpose type of thing. Like, a person that has loyal friends, a person that is respected, a person that is seen when they want to be seen, a person who basically that idea that you have of the man you've always wanted to be, or that idea you have of the woman that you've always wanted to be, ultimately, Mohamba Nzunza, that is what your Nzunza embodies. There's parts that people don't think about normally, which will then, those are the parts of Nzunza that you're afraid of, which you also ultimately embody. But when you get to a point of embodiment, you have worked out the hurdles that stop you from wanting to embody those aspects. You understand that it's part of the package, which you can't be all of the things that I've mentioned if you're also at the same time a person of weak personality, or a person of if you're a person that has a weak center, and that is to say you don't have the ability to stand up for yourself, you don't have the ability to defend yourself, you don't have the ability to stand up for what you think is right or what you think is fair within your life, because that also comes with the embodiment of Inzunza. Guys, Inzunza is not afraid. Like, it knows Uti. Ultimately, in the world, there is a space that is carved up just for its existence. And again, the embodiment of this energy is ultimately you understanding that there is a place in the world that is carved up for your energies, for your highest frequency. And within that is this part of you that doesn't take lightly or doesn't associate with unfair treatment, manipulation, people trying to take, but do not reciprocate like you're giving, basically, ultimately, unfair treatment from other people. Like, at some point when you embody Inzunza, those types of energies is hambela gude nawe because of the frequency that you operate at, because that is not something that you allow in your life. And the embodiment of Inzunza is basically, like I said, that this version of yourself that you dream of. And sometimes you will see this like in another person and you get that feeling. Some of you call it love. Yo, cause Inzunza iyadlala ngothando shem yazini. Like, Nzunza's favorite lesson, or like way to teach a lesson, or way to bring about a communication, mjolo. is through relationship, and if you are married, it will come through that. It will come through your partner. Inzunza, like, it just finds that to be the most effective way to communicate, to bring across, like I said, like a certain teaching. And yeah, it also happens to feel that that's the best way to calibrate, like, through that type of energy, sexual energy, which I think kind of makes sense, completely makes sense. So yeah, more Nzunza, you find a lot that the person that you're with or the person that you're attracted to embodies that energy. It feels like your heart being outside of your chest sometimes, and it's there. It's walking. It's in your kitchen. It's making a sandwich. Or if you're in a relationship, or maybe if it's someone you're attracted to and you just saw them on the street, it feels like there it is, that there's your heart just taking a walk on the street. And what the fuck? And you get this longing because it's your heart walking out on the street. Like, you need it with you. You need it with you. And that's so, it's actually quite an interesting feeling, because it's literally when you really start to get really close to this energy, and it's like, yes, sometimes there's even this like thing of like, don't leave me, like, don't leave me, like, don't be away from me. And you ask yourself, like, why are you so obsessed with this person, or why are you so attached to this person? And ultimately it's because, I want to say Inzunza yinja. Ultimately, it's because Inzunza is a dog, and it's like, yeah, this is how it feels is the best way to navigate. Like, hey, to be honest, it feels like this is the best way to navigate your mind, navigate your heart, and imprint itself within you. Because listen, either way, one way or not, like, we're gonna be one, okay? So yeah. And obviously, like, when it's a relationship, that's not to say that you and that person are definitely going to be together. Even in a marriage, it's not to say Uguti, this is the only person that will ever embody this energy. It will transfer itself from your partner to other people, to a best friend. It will transfer itself from your best friend to your brother, to your sister. It's not Uguti, this vele is ultimately Uguti. Also though, Inzunza iyathanda within relationships that involve sexual energy. But again, that's not to say, Guti, oh, so this person is your soulmate because they embody this Nzunza energy so much. No, it just means this person was also very easy to hack because you and them are connected in a certain way. However, there's going to be another person. Yeah, because Nzunza will never stay in one person, because ultimately, Inzunza is trying to be with you. You are its one true love, okay? You are its one true love. I don't know if I've ever said that. How the story of you and Inzunza is a love story. Child, I can't believe I've never said that. I can't believe I've kept that a secret up until now. Ultimately, the whole thing between Wen and Nzunza is a love story. Ish, guys. And this is the highest form of love that you'll ever know in your whole life. Like, whether you're married or not, you think you can't live without your partner, but your truest partner is Inzunza. And obviously, if you haven't caught on yet, I've said it tons of times, but I don't mind saying it again. That's not to say, Guti, you will not have a connection with another person. Obviously, also, if you're married, you obviously already have that connection. Even if you're in like a long-term relationship, you already have that connection, you know it. However, should you get to the point where you embody Inzunza yako, and it's not just being reflected to you through another person, then you understand what I'm saying. then you understand. You see, this whole time, you thought that a soulmate was this other person. Kanti, when you're someone who's connected to Inzunza, this whole time, a soulmate was someone that it is impossible for you to be even separate from. They are, yeah, it's quite a divine union. I don't know how to explain it in words. I'm gonna pull some cards now. You know, these readings, I never know where they're gonna go. Hey, like I just thought like on a small topic and I start talking. I didn't know this is where we were going with this. Yeah, all roads lead to Inzunza. The same way all roads lead to Damascus and all roads lead to Rome. And all roads lead to where else do the roads lead to, guys? And this is talking about these different relationships in your life. Like Mon and Zunza, all these relationships lead to Inzunza. You've got this drum, and this drum is representing a journey, a calling of this part of yourself, Ogún Nzunza, from every angle, from every path, from every relationship in your life. And this is representing Inzunza. It's a calling from the high, like a very, at this point, Manga Buhamba Nzunza. This is the highest version of who you are. And basically it's a calling from that, from the most authentic part of you, from the purest part of you. And yes, if you watched the Inkanyamba reading yesterday, you're gonna be like, but Zanne, you said Inkanyamba was one of the highest like versions of myself. Hey, got the manje I'm talking to the version of you. Nzunza. To those of you who haven't embodied Inzunza, you can't skip steps. Ngangitsheling Inkanyamba Beni. When an Nzunza, you are still on separate dimensions. Then that is also to encourage this relationship. Then watch that reading to ultimately understand also this relationship. Be it your job, be it your colleagues, be it your friends, like your Inzunza will hack you, Shem. And what I mean by that is that it will infiltrate like your life. You remember I was telling you, can't remember what reading it was, and I was like, think of yourself as a spy. In this reading, you are not the spy. The Nzunza is I didn't say spy, I said agent. Think of yourself as an agent. You are not the agent, boo. In this reading, the Nzunza is the agent. Actually, for that reading, you become an agent because you've hung around Nzunza yako, because you've embodied Nzunza. It has taught you its agent ways. But before all that, the head agent here, Kinzunza, your Nzunza will infiltrate your life. Everyone, akekho salayo. Like, iba heka bonke. It hacks everyone in your life just to get to you. And I know some of you will be like, that is scary. That is so psycho. Now you see why you're the way you are. That's why you are also psycho. But it's really not as scary as it seems. Like, I don't know how to make it better now that I've said it the way I've said it. Yeah, well, in Davamina, I don't find it scary. It was, I get it. I don't know. I'm a very intense person, so like I totally understood, you know. You know those men who will be like, "Oh, you're being too much. You're being too much." Maybe, yeah, those are the ones that may complain about Inzunza and be like, "Inzunza's not for me" or something like that. I don't know. Good luck to you, anyways. Okay, but also let me not be like that. My bad. I kind of got lost there. Oh my god, I feel like I kind of let you guys into my psyche there for 2 minutes. My bad. It will respond to you the way you are also, by the way. So that's another thing. If you're one of those people, like men tend to be like this. That's why I'm saying men, right? But I know women can also be like this. If you're very like, touch and go, ghost like type of personality, that's why you are working so hard to get close to your Nzunza, because it's doing that shit to you. It's basically ghosting you every now and again, touch and go. It's like, yo, are we here? Are we not here? Do you have Inzunza? Do you not? I don't know. Like, yeah, that's why you are suffering like that. It's because that's also how you are, boo. That's how you be out here in these streets, right? But obviously, if you're the kind of person that is able to not be afraid of like intensity of emotions, intensity of like, certain mental practices, then your Nzunza will be like that is okusondela, because also at the end of the day, Nzunza has depth. And if you don't have depth, you are not even able to connect with Inzunza. And that's another thing. You might be thinking, my Inzunza is so elusive, it keeps running and whatever. It's not that. You are lacking depth. So it's not even able to be within your reality like that, because as soon as it does come into contact with you through another person, when are you ghost the person? So it's like, and not because you are not attracted to that person or anything like that, because you're playing a game. Because you're playing games. So ultimately it's like, oh, okay, cool. Then you wonder why, like, umsebenzi wakho awuqedi and stuff like that. It's because of that, child. But yeah, and that's why you'll find, like, let me not say that, people will say I'm being fun. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's up. That was weird, but that's what I have for you guys. And if the reading resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to book a personal reading, all the information is in the description box. Later.